me again, Junkmaster3, and it's time for another review video, more horror review video, or whatever you want to call it. And I accompany myself by saying this, but it is time to make a review of another Swedish horror movie. And you know Sweden, that we don't really make that many horror movies, but this one was released back in 1983. I am not really sure if this movie even had like an English title, but the movie in Swedish is called Blödaren, which basically means bleeder in a way, I guess. And the movie starts out by watching, like, we have like two teenagers, or they are supposed to be teenagers, but they look like they're 30 or something. And they go into a house. For some reason, I'm not really sure why, because the guy is saying like, oh, I need to go in here to get some stuff. And we don't really know what kind of stuff he's after or anything. Maybe it's drugs or something, I don't really know, but he ends up getting killed, and I think the woman is getting killed as well. And then later we cut to like 3 months later, in spring, where we follow a rock band called Rock Cats, and they're on their tour bus, and of course they get trouble in the middle of nowhere in like the forest, and for some weird reason they decide to find some place which has a telephone instead of sticking to the main road, which is your typical horror movie like mistake, if you say so. All the characters in this is stupid. And I will also say the killer himself is really stupid and clumsy. I mean, everyone in this movie is really clumsy. Now, I don't really want to go into any more details if you haven't seen this movie, but I can just say right away, right now, this movie was so terrible in so many ways. I would almost say that there's barely anything good in this movie at all. I would say like this, that the first 10 or 13 minutes into the movie is a masterpiece compared with the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie is just one long movie, which feels like it feels like the movie runs for 2 hours. It only runs for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And maybe this is the reason why Sweden don't really make that many horror movies, because this might be the worst movie that I've seen in my whole life. And by saying that, I mean that Camp Slaughter is even better than this, and that's never a good sign, because every time you see the killer in like picture or in frame, you get this really irritating noise, just like they had with Camp Slaughter. As fast as the killer is in picture, they have this really awful and stupid music which just gets into your fucking skull and makes you like shake, like, oh, I got headache after this. This made me almost want to just dig out my brain and just throw it away, because I got headache while watching this because of that stupid sound. And in the beginning of the movie, you really feel like when you have this sort of piano music playing, it feels like, oh, okay, this is atmospheric, this is cool. But when you realize that they're using that same thing over and over and over again, it just gets irritating as hell. And yeah, just like I said before, the characters and the killer is just stupid and annoying, and it just feels so bad. I think this is the worst movie that I've seen my whole life. This is even worse than Camp Slaughter. So if you ever come across this movie, don't pick it up for like $1 or anything. I just say stay the fuck away from this movie and never pick it up, because it doesn't deserve anything like that. So yeah, Blödaren or Bleeder or whatever the hell you want to call it in English gets 1 out of 10 stars from me on the movie database. I would gladly give this movie minus 200 stars if that was possible, but I can't do that. So yeah, that's my review of Blödaren or Bleeder. So now I'm going to say this in Swedish for all of you who are Swedish out there. Den här filmen var för jävla dålig. Den sämsta jävla filmen jag sett i hela mitt liv. Så jävla dålig. So this movie gets a 1 out of 10 stars from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.